my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new episode of FM22's The Hall of Famer. Last episode is linked above for you, my friends. Feel free to go and check it out. It was an absolute banger of an episode. Really enjoyed it. And do you know what? As not to spoil it for you all, I'm just going to jump straight into today's episode. Go watch that and then come and watch this one. Let's get going. So, we're going to start with transfers, but this is going to be our first season in the Typica Bundesliga, which is the number one league in Austria. We obviously earned this from last season's championship winning team in the second division in Austria. Went up against all the odds. Well, that's what they were saying, but we were supposed to be there or thereabouts. Yeah, I've got lots of transfers I'm trying to get done at the minute. These are the transfers that are complete. I will show you the ones I'm working on as well. It's been a lot of change at the football club. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've really tried to whittle out the older players and just try to make the team a bit younger. Tried to bring in some exciting youngsters that we could potentially kind of build into something at the club. But I do think we've had like a relatively good time of it. I'm just going to skip back just to make sure there's no signings I need to be like looking at that have gone out beforehand. No, I don't think there are. I'm just going to check as well. Are there any players that we released? No, not this season. We've made money. We've just kind of done what we needed to do the proper way. So let's talk about the outs first, and then we'll talk about the ins. So Felix Koschel, he went out. I said he would. He went out. He's gone to Kohlsdorf for just over 40k. We're not going to worry about looking at him. Philip Earhart, I should say, he played for us last season. He was actually quite a good player. He played a fair few games, did a good job for us, but we've allowed him to leave. He's wrong side of 30, and I think we've got better players at the football club now. So we got 350k for him, which is a good amount of money. Lucas Turch weren't involved at all last season. He was out on loan at Floridsdorf, and they've decided to sign him on a free. His contract was coming to an end, so they decided to take up that option and sign him. We got 180k for David Payham. So that will tell you that we actually have managed to sign some better players in the window. He's 33 now and his physicals were on the decline. So we took the money and he was going to be playing for Lafnitz next season in the lower division. Yeko went out as well for 145k. He didn't really play a lot last season. I thought he was gonna, but he just didn't end up playing a lot. Just 4 games. He had a couple of injuries and for me, I felt like the other players were a bit better. Thomas Meyer's gone out on loan, and he's gone out on loan because we could not buy it. We couldn't find a suitor. We couldn't find someone to buy him. So we've allowed him to go on loan for the season because he's not going to play for us. So it makes sense to do so. And then George Davies has gone, like I said he would. He's gone to Vlaka Kralov for 85k. So as you can see, we've made 800k in the transfer window. We weren't given all of it because the club's not really in a position to do that. But it gave us a fair amount, and we've been able to like reinvest basically. We were given 1.8 million. It went up to about 2.2, so that shows you how much. We've basically given half of what we earned back. So the players that we've signed, I'm just going to do them in the order that they are here on the screen, ladies and gents, and I'm going to show you some that we're working on as well. But the first one was Antonino Fradella. He's a centre-back, can play right back. He's going to probably play a rotational role, but we're just going to see what happens, okay? I'm probably going to try to stick with last season's centre-back partnership, but if they are not doing it, then we've got a quality player here that we can bring through and bring into the team. As you can see, I think he's a really well-rounded centre-back, but it's nice that he can play right back as well. Just in case we get any injuries, it's nice to have a player that's a bit of a utility player like that. And if we trained him, he could probably play left back and all because his right foot's strong, but he's got an okay weak foot. So yeah, we bring him in, 1.6k a week. It's not mad money. It's not silly. He's just a very good squad player. Albion Hajari is the next one. He comes in from Grasshopper. 120k up front, can potentially go to 250 with the add-ons. And he's another centre-back. So now we've got 4 really good centre-backs at the football club that I will be happily rotate the 4 if I need to. He's naturally left-footed as well, which helps because all our centre-backs are right-footed. It helps to have a left-footer, a natural left-footer as well. And he's 22. He's a Swiss centre-back. think he's got bags of potential, to be honest with you. He could be trained up in the role that we want him to be. His acceleration may be a bit low, but his pace is all right. So basically the difference between acceleration and pace is the acceleration is their quickness off the mark. Their pace is their average speed in general once they're running. Just so you know, because some people do get a little confused by that. But I do think he's a pretty good player. It's a heavy wage, but he was a young player and one I didn't really want to miss out on. Next up is Alex Mia. He comes in from Sabadell. I believe that's how we're saying that. 400k up front, 675k with the add-ons, and he is going to be our new starting right-sided player. Now, he might not look much on paper, but if you look at all of the important attributes, they are amazing for a player of, his age, this league, and a team of our quality. He's better than what we had at the football club before. I think he's going to be a massive improvement on what we've currently got. And as he's 20, and as you can see, he's got potential, he could grow into a pretty good player. That's how you got to look at it, ladies and gents. Sometimes you just got to worry about those attributes that are important rather than, all the other stuff. We're not going to develop him into something else. So, I'm happy with the way he looks. It is a big wage, but he's 20-year-old Spanish player who has got bags and bags of ability. Next up is Keith Knight. Now, he's 450k. This was a compensation fee because he was available kind of like on a free, but there was constant compensation involved, and that is what it was. And he comes in from Raith in Scotland, and he is a Scottish 19-year-old, and I genuinely think he could be a mass utility player. I'm going to train him up to play right back because I think he could be an immense right back. With his 15 tackling, he's got 10 crossing, 12 dribbling. He's got a half-decent first touch. He's good marking, good heading. He's got a bit of an engine on him. I genuinely think he could be a decent right-back. He could be a good centre midfielder as well, don't get me wrong. It might just be good to have a player in here who is good at a lot of things, basically. But I really, really like the look of this player, and I just didn't want to miss out. We actually beat Celtic to the signing of him. We both offered him a contract and he chose us over Celtic. So I think that tells you all you need to know about what he thinks we are doing here at the club. So yeah, that is another one. But we are still working on some transfers. We're trying to work on the Vladen Dekic, new goalkeeper, to come into the club because I feel like we need one. I don't think the youngster we signed last year is going to really be good enough. So I think we need another goalkeeper. We've got Alberto Rizzo, who's going to be a left back that we're working on. We've got Marjak, but I think he's going to go elsewhere. He's got offers from far bigger clubs than us. I just don't see him coming in. It's a shame because he looks incredible for the midfield, 20 years of age as well, but I don't think he's going to want to come to us. I was trying to get Albert Schuster on loan because he just looks a ridiculous player, but I think they're going to give him first team opportunity. We've got Montada Majed, potentially another winger, but I'd play him on the left-hand side if he did join the football club, but we'll see. We're trying to work on something at the moment for him. And then we do have an offer in for Bakali, who is another left-sided player. And we'll see if we can sign this player as well. There's no guarantees any of these are going to sign. The contract's been offered there for Dekic. It's a very small transfer fee. We've made an offer there. Contract's been offered there. And then we've just got the offers in for those players. So we just have to wait and see what's going to happen, ladies and gents. The finances are looking like this. Pretty healthy. I'm not too sad about where they're at. So yeah, they're pretty healthy at the moment, and we'll just see what we can do. We've seen the club vision from last season. We go to the club info. I just wanted to show you that we're already favoured personnel, and Nicholas Wimmer is in there as well. He wasn't there last season, so that's amazing. What else do I want to show you? The league table is what I wanted to show you next. Basically, Red Bull Salzburg are the team to beat. We're in the 9th best league in Europe as far as reputation is concerned, so that's massive. This could be huge as far as reputation points are concerned. Obviously, you have to win things to get those reputation points, but I'm hoping things like manager of the months, manager of seasons, all that sort of stuff is going to be available to us as well this year. But depending on how well we do this season, I am thinking of staying on for another year or two and just trying to build Grazer into something, because I think we could. Financially, they're the most stable club we've been at. Our season preview for this year, 9th place is where they think we're going to finish. Now, I believe only one team goes down. So they see us surviving. They do see us surviving ahead of a load of other teams in the division, which is interesting. As far as this Dream 11 is concerned, by the way, I think only one player, other than the goalkeeper, I think only one other player is not a Salzburg player. Wow, that tells you all you need to know about how good they are. So yeah, that's a bit of a worry. But we can only do what we can do at the moment. We just got to build the team to maybe be one of those teams that finishes between 6th and 12th. Now, this league has stages. Oh my God, I'll get there in a minute. Structure. It has a bit of a weird structure, the league. It goes into a different phase, I believe. I don't want this to be me making it up. Why can I not see it on here? Do you know what? I'll go on here and I'll show you. Yeah, look, it goes into a championship, a relegation group, and a European group. So I wasn't making it up. So the championship group's the top 6 clubs, and they all fight it out basically to be champions. They get 50% of their points basically carried over. The relegation group is the bottom 6, I believe, and they all go for that. And then as far as the European playoffs are concerned, it must be like the best teams that finish in certain parts of the league. So if we go championship group, the SV, so it must be the best of this lot against the best of this lot get a chance to qualify for Europe. Which is interesting that you get a chance to qualify for Europe when you are one of the worst teams. But maybe that's how they keep the league even, and maybe that's how they keep the finances rolling in for the lesser teams in the league, and it makes the league more competitive. I don't really know, but it's an interesting concept, isn't it, that we potentially are going to have this season. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to play the first game of the season in the league. You're going to see I have already played a game, and it was in the cup. Now, they took us to extra time, and it was a surprise to me because they're not a particularly good team, but it is what it is, gang. It's just one of those things. And it was 3-1. Sokla got a couple. Koi got the other. Chow, whatever we're calling him. And yeah, we got the job done and we're through to the next round. Austria Vienna are the team we're going to be facing in that. And I'll probably make that part of the next episode. As I think it'll make sense to kind of bring you some cup football on our journey in the league as well. What we're going to do today, though, we're going to play SV Ride. Not sure how we are saying that, but we're going to play those. We had a really good pre-season because I played a lot of lesser teams, but it was just to get morale up and whatnot. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're actually going to crack on and do it right now, my friends. So let's get into this. I'm going to stick with my tactic from last season for the early part, and then if I feel like it isn't working or I feel like the team isn't responding, we'll change it up basically. I think that's what we'll do. I'm not sure there's anything else I wanted to show you before we jump into the game. If I can think of anything, we'll do it after. But we are away from home, and we're going to go with Regal in goal, Landazura and Braut at fullback, Vasco Wimmer at centre-back. Hoyland and Knight are going to play in the midfield. I should say Hoyland's come back again for another season. It never shows up on the transfers. That's why I always forget. But yeah, he's coming for another season. He's going to play next to Knight. Christensen's going to play left. Mia's going to play right. For Wayne through the middle and Sokla up top. And so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First game of the season. And I'm hoping we can do something positive. I really, really hope we can open the season well. I think we've had a relatively good transfer window. I think the players are definitely better than what we had. It's just trying to get them into the team now. You've got to blood new players in. It isn't a case of buy, put in, and you're instantly better. It doesn't work like that. So we're just going to have to see what happens. Inside 9 minutes, and Rapid Vienna are 2-0 up. Jesus, they are not hanging about, are they? 20 minutes gone in our game, and it is even. I expect the games to be a lot closer this season. I really, really do. But first highlight of the game has gone the way of the opposition. We've done well, though, to defend that. Landazura is on the ball. We're messing about a bit, a little bit about, but Vasco, very, very good there for that out ball. We've made our way past the halfway line into Sokla, and the football's nice. We're taking it slow. It's nice and patient. Not panicking, and that's all I ever ask of my teams. Wimmer into Vasco, into Knight, into for Wayne. He comes wide to Landazura. Knight again, involved a lot. Christensen, he goes past his man. That's not really his game, but he's going to get a ball in, headed back, and that is a beautiful, beautiful Grazer goal. It really is. The head back from Mia was good into Sokler. He tucks home, and he scored in the big leagues the same way he was scoring in the league below, and that is good. It's nice to see that the striker has translated into the top division, and we are on top of the game as well inside that first half an hour. It's been very, very good. I'm happy about this, but I'd like a second goal as Knight goes through, and that effort was very, very good, and it goes just wide. Good start to the game, boys. Very happy. Can we just finish it off though? That would be nice. Here we go. Ball coming in. It's going to be cleared away. Wimmer into Vasco, into Knight. Vasco, Hoyland, good football. Goes wide to Mia. He's headed back in again. Oh, what a save! What a save from the goalkeeper. That looked as good as 2-0. Christensen's ball in. It's headed out. It's good defending. It is all us. That's a good effort, and it's another really good save. We are all over him at the minute. I was not expecting this. Christensen, ball, good header out, good defending. Got an itchy nose. Always with the itchy nose, every episode, innit? Look like a bloody druggie every time I'm sitting here scratching my nose. Anyway, ball, it's well dealt with. They're defending well. They are defending very, very well. That's a nice ball into Brout. He's going to come back to Hoyland. This is really good football! And what's wrong with that? They're obviously calling it back to take a look at it, but what's wrong with it? I didn't see anything wrong with that goal at all. And yet it's been disallowed. Okay. I didn't see an offside or anything wrong, but whatever. We move. We're playing well. Let's... what do we say? Yeah. Just get out there. I'm a bit questioning that second goal. I am. Salzburg winning. Vienna are 4-0 up. Let's just do our job. But we're going all right, and really, that's what we should be worrying about. Is what we're doing, not what everybody else is doing. We will do that. We'll mark him up if it's being suggested to us. We will mark him up. There's a big well, not an upset, but there's a big game there being played between Sturm Graz and LASK, and LASK are beating Sturm Graz. So, it's now a draw. It's 2-2. I'm going to bring Martic on for Knight just because his energy levels are a little low. And Martic proved to me late on last season he can come in and do a job. And here we go. We've got a throw in. Landazuri for Wayne. Christensen. It's well blocked. Come right. It's a good effort. And it's another brilliant bloody save. This keeper has kept him in it. And he really has. We're going to go with a short one. That's going to be offside. I've got to get rid of the short corner. It hasn't worked this year. I've got to get rid of it. 10 minutes to go. We're going to have a throw into the opposition. Ball coming in. It is headed back. It's over the bar. That's a little bit too close for my liking. Let's just sort this striker out. Mark him up and whatnot. Oh, come on. See this game out, lads. I'm going to bring Moran on. And Christensen's going to make way. I'm going to just switch him over and go to an inverted winger for him and get that done. And hopefully we can see the game out. Hopefully. Come on. Oh, dear Lord, please don't do this to me. Good passing out from the back. Really good passing. Oh, Moran, why have you tried to force the issue? There we go. Mia, well done. Cleaning up. Hoyland's pass isn't good. Why are you going to the air like that? That was not a good part. Oh, fuck off. Oh, he's literally nicked a point at the death. Oh, dearie me. Well, that was a little bit of a gutter. Imagine allowing them to score an effort of that degree that late on in the game. I'm very, very gutted. I'm a little annoyed, even though I know this season is going to be hard because it's just one of those. But what I'm going to do is I might play up to the Wolfsberger game, and we'll do Wolfsberger and Austria Vienna for the next game. I know we've got some big fixtures in here. We've got Sturm Graz, we've got Salzburg, but it's going to be like that in this division. And you know me, I want to play through games. I like to get a few done between episodes so that seasons are not like condensed into like 10, 11, 12 episodes a season. Because we'll be here all for like 5 years basically, otherwise, trying to complete the series as well. So yeah, I'm going to push forward. I'm going to get to those games, and then we'll do a nice little mix of League and Cup. Hopefully we'll have some new signings to talk about as well by the time we come back. The transfer window will be closed. It closes at the end of August here in Austria. So it'll be closed, and we can talk about the signings we've made. And then we'll go from there, basically. We'll just kind of see where the land lies and what the team's doing. But, you know, I see enough in that game to suggest that we might be all right this season. Just a bit of a gutter that we ended up drawing the game. But let's just take a quick look at the league table. There's two teams that haven't yet played, but everyone else has played. Points are on the board. We're one of them with points. No surprise to see Rapid Vienna and Red Bull Salzburg pick up wins in their opening games of the season. And yeah, it's going to be very, very tough this, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. So there you have it, my friends. We are done and dusted for another episode of FM22's The Hall of Fame. I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Let me know what you make of the signings and our expectations for the season. But until the next one, subscribe if you're new around here and drop a like on the video. Best way to show appreciation to the content and to support the channel. But until the next one, I salute you all. Stay safe, stay humble, and I will see you real soon.